the show really didn't find itself until the third season when they put us on after Cheers. So suddenly they handed us the biggest audience in television.
Are you counting the third season? You had the 4, and then
so
what
we
was
had
the
the
next
4,
one?
that was season 1. Pilot and 4 was season 1. 13 mid-season replacement was season 2. They had to give us a full season order in order to contractually get everybody to do season 3. So they gave it to us, but they said, well, they actually gave us the first 18, the back 9 on hold. But they said, we're going to commit to 18, or at least paying you for 18. And they put us on after Cheers. And that's when we finally had an audience discover us. And then we were pretty smooth sailing after that.
When did you realize or feel like, oh my gosh, I'm on
I remember the moment.
a moment?
It was late in the third season. We already had started to put up some numbers on the ratings. And I guess I was on something like Entertainment Tonight, and they were in my neighborhood shooting B-roll. And the B-roll was the reporter and I walking down the sidewalk in my neighborhood. And as we were doing that, a van went by, a family in a van, happened to be a black family. And a little girl that I'm going to estimate was 8 or 9 years old yelled out the window, "I love you, George." And I went, what the hell is she watching? How is she watching our show? This show can't possibly, there's no love for her in our show. And that's when I started to go, oh, I'm not aware of what's happening. Something's happening. Because if this little girl is, watching our show and finding anything in it to love, I don't quite understand my own show. And that's when I started to think that I don't understand my own show, or I don't understand our audience, and that this phenomena was starting to take over.
Because very few people have, it's amazing how many people just want to be performers. Mm-hmm. But you're an elite, you're in a very elite group of people that kind of made it to the stratosphere and have made it to you really have, and you are part of pop culture. And that's got to be an interesting.
I get very little of the negative part of that that some of our colleagues can experience when they hit that kind of notoriety, and where the thing they're doing becomes so big and important and valuable in people's lives. Sometimes that notoriety can be an extraordinary burden for them. I never got the worst parts of that.